You got a tight shirt too. That's a different design right there, Dio.
Yeah.
Just say yeah, go right to it.
Welcome to the D.O. Boxing Show. Thanks for tuning into this episode. I'm your host, Dameon Okposio. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about snacks, nutrition, and, you know, when a nutritionist comes on for an athlete, what happens?
Hi, I'm Mercedes Gold. I'm back again. I'm sitting with...
I'm amateur boxer for Dameon Okposio, Andre Pena.
And we're just talking about snacks on the go. So, as Andre knows, and he's tried before, what I do is I try to give him a bar that's balanced. So there isn't any additives, there isn't any preservatives, there's nothing that's going to impair his working out in any way. They are quick, they're on the go. So I have seed bars. So you can find out a lot of information about the bar because it's been in the magazine. Sometimes you're going, whether it's like from work or you're going from school, and you need something on the go, but it's so hard when your stomach is full when you get there. So you just want to kind of tie you over to get through your training with a bit of energy. So I don't want anyone to choose something that's super high in sugar, and you want it to break down fast. A little bit of fiber, a little bit of protein, some nice complex carbs. So the bar that I love, and it's advertised even in Below the Belt magazine, is the Inner J bar, which is by a girl named Justina, and she's rebranding her bar. So originally the bar was looking like this, and it's actually being rebranded. It's the exact same product. It's a vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free bar that's being rebranded in the name Nagi. And Nagi means naked, which is perfect. There's nothing added to the bar. So these bars are only 190 calories. So I use them for Andre so that he has some energy without it being weighing him down at all. So there's a smaller snack bar for him to try that we use that's quick, and then kind of more of a meal replacement. It has 13 grams of plant protein, almost 15. So that it would be considered a protein meal replacement, but it has 13. So we're almost there. And what he does is he'll eat that on the way, and it's filling enough for him. It has enough fiber to tie him over.
Yeah. I don't want to go in there too full, just eating too much and everything else. So those are perfect. I get a lot of energy from it. If I don't have time to eat in the morning, or I don't want to go to the gym or anything else, and usually I was running on an empty stomach, I can grab one of those and digest for like 30 minutes, just like somebody drink or eat something, getting in the pool. You know, just wait 30 minutes, have that, and I feel just like I was eating. I got high efficiency and energy. And
the sugar in it's coming from natural sources.
From natural stuff, because it's naked.
It's naked. It's Naggy. It's naked. Yeah. Canadian-made bar. She's actually a local Canadian girl. And it's available Whole Foods. So that's a big carrier in Ontario. And you can find it almost anywhere. It really has a wide distribution, and if not, you can go to the website and order from there. So there's the seed bar, which is the snack, and then the bigger bar, which has more calories in it, but still only 190. So the snack bar is in at just over $2, and which is around the same price as any bar that's out there. And the meal replacement, which will truly carry you over until after you finish training, is almost $4. So depending on where you pick it up, it really is a good price. And when you're buying a box, a lot of good stores now are going to give you a discount too.
Hey, that's a box though. The more you buy, they give you a discount. But you know, if you walk in GNC or anything else, you try to buy a bar, it's like $4 or $5. You know,
it's around the same price as everybody else.
Price.
Yeah.
It's not expensive,
but it's a high quality bar. There's nothing in it that is processed. It truly is a naked bar when you read the ingredients in the bar.
So that's a good plus, because it helps me not cheat. I can get a regular protein bar that tastes like sugar and everything else. I'm like, God, it tastes so sweet. Like, no.
Well, you want to make sure, especially with you, because we cut out all the sugar in his sweet tea, as he calls it, that he was drinking, that we want to keep his sugar and his blood level for training. We don't want to have spikes in his energy. We want to make sure he can sustain, because you never know when you're fighting if it's going to go 2 rounds or how far your fight's going to go. Yeah. So you want to make sure that you can really sustain your energy level, and you're used to that without caffeine, without a huge hit of sugar. And this bar will keep you level with the carbs in it that are complex. They're not simple. It's not refined sugar. It's very natural bar.
Yeah, I done beat my my withdrawals from my sugar. I was literally shaking, having headaches and stuff from it. But now, you know, it seems like it tastes good. It tastes like sugar, but you know, I'm not
it's
relapsing or nothing.
Yeah,
it's the real stuff. It's the real deal. So it's actually better than the ones in the store because you know they got the chocolate and everything else. It may be good, but I think it's when you look at the back of it and everything else, it still had those high sugars and everything else. Not like this one. This is really good. So. I really appreciate it. I love my nutritionists. Y'all need to holler at us.
Some of the advice that we're giving you is going to be generic, but some of it is very specific to Andre. But the purpose of the show is so that you can understand the benefits of getting nutrition. And if you don't know about nutrition, I don't know about nutrition, you want to get someone who is an expert in that field to build and make part of your team or to grow your team. And when you do get a nutritionist, they're going to give you stuff that is specific towards you. So we were talking about Andre and his work day, him making changes around his lunch so that he'll get greater energy and also feel full. Would it be a good idea for him to store some of the bars with him as well during the day?
Oh, 100%. Like, he can throw them into his work bag with him so he has them. So if he's feeling that drop in energy, instead of going to have a coffee, which we're trying to not have him have,
no coffee,
or sweet tea, as he calls it, or pop, or whatever, you know, we don't want to have that spike in the sugar in him to give him that burst of energy. We want to really just keep everything level all the time. So if he wants to train at any time, he can. He's not dependent. His body's not dependent on that rush.
So can you have too much of these natural bars? Because sometimes people say, oh, if I have too many protein bars, like, it bungers up my intestines.
Well, these protein bars are actually naked. They're called naked. But there's fiber in them. So the fiber gets things out of you. These aren't overly processed. This bar is actually raw. So it has the good... since it's not processed, your body's going to go move it through your digestive system better. It actually is raw. If you open, like you can see through the package, it hasn't been cooked. So the raw enzymes of the food are still there. Okay. So technically it'd be like eating a raw salad.
Oh, okay.
So it truly is raw. It's not like it's been cooked and put through machines or anything. It's a raw bar.
Okay.
So the little one is a little bit more processed, but it's still a clean. There's nothing been added to it. Everything's found in nature, literally.
So somebody can fill up, like, eat 4 of these in a row if they wanted to.
I mean, obviously, I would never want someone just to eat 4 of the same food, because one of the most important things you can do for your body is, as you say, like, eat a rainbow of color. You want to eat food picked from the ground as much as you can. So in a perfect world, Andre would be at home every day chopping up his salad, but it's not going to happen for most people. Like, we live in a busy world. So for Andre, I know how addicted he was to Subway. So we just clean that up 100% of what he is allowed to eat there now. So the food gives him more energy that he's choosing there. In a perfect world, he wouldn't be eating that necessarily, but he's not eating any fast food other than that company. So we really cleaned up his choices.
And you have some other items on the table here. So what are their applications?
So what I did was, like, make a really quick breakfast for a fighter. So the night before, so you can take it with you. You could eat it at your desk. You could eat it on the subway, whatever. All that's in it is yogurt. And so even if you have fighters that are allergic to milk, or they say it bothers them before all day, even if you have stomach, slight sensitivities, I used a yogurt that actually it's Greek alternative yogurt, but there's no dairy in it, actually. So it's dairy-free, it's soy-free, but it has 8 grams of protein, but it's coming from plants. So because it comes from plants, it's easier to digest. Okay. And I threw it in here. And I put chia. So chia is a nice little fat. It looks like a little black seed. And when you put it into the yogurt, it swells up. Chia.
The chia swells up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So literally, he can eat that. And he has good energy from it. It's a quick breakfast. I know it's not always appealing to everybody.
Though.
Exactly. But the texture is
nice. It looks like something else to me.
But it's super healthy and super quick. I mean, there's really no excuse. Like, I literally dumped it into the container. I added some chia.
Do you need to keep it refrigerated?
And I put it in the fridge before I went to bed. And this morning, it's fine. That's the one thing about switching out some meals. If you work on a job site or anywhere where there isn't a fridge, if you use things that aren't meat-based or dairy all the time, you can take them with you.
Okay.
Right? So you can, these bars, it's not going to go bad. So
thank you, Mercedes, for all the information on nutrition. We really appreciate it. Remember, if you have any questions, don't forget to ask. Thank you, TJ Towns, for your questions about meals. Hopefully, talking about the yogurt answered some of that, and the bars. Remember, you can ask us any questions related to boxing by sending us a message through Twitter at DOKPOSIO. Email okposio@hotmail.com. And don't forget to subscribe through YouTube to get every episode of the DO Boxing Show. Thanks for tuning into this episode, and we'll catch you on the next one.